Happy Vibe Monday. Welcome on back to Unlocked with Key and BB. Hopefully everybody had a beautiful weekend this weekend. I'll be the first to say my weekend was pretty dang good. I had some of the friends from back in Asheville come in town. Saw Mr. Scott and Miss Jenny Pritchard this weekend at the Clemson football game. Was able to watch an all-time classic in the Bank of America Stadium, and I found out, BB, the Bank of America Stadium can get pretty loud every now and then if you let the right people play and the right plays happen. So great weekend on my end of this thing. How was this weekend for you down in South Carolina?
Yeah, good weekend. Got to watch some good ball as always. Couple of good games. Yeah, that could be considered an ACC championship classic there. A career long for the freshman kicker from Clemson. SEC championship didn't go the way some people expected. It was a good weekend of ball. Went to a Christmas parade in downtown Greenville with the wife and pup. That was fun. But other than that, didn't do too much.
Okay, there we go. I mean, it was on my end, like that Clemson game. I'm not even kidding. It was phone died probably like around halftime. I was hanging out with some other guys that I was seeing for the week and for the weekend. Lucky enough for them to allow me to hang out with them during the game, and then came on down looking for the other guys from Asheville. Couldn't find anybody, and then ultimately I just so happened to run into to Mr. Pritchard and Miss Pritchard, and they're screaming from a couple rows up, "Key! Key!" I'm like, no way, somebody I know in this stadium, please. Found them. Last minute drive. Here comes the freshman kicker from 56 yards, and the place went crazy. It was easily an all-time moment for me. If not for the ACC, it was an all-time moment for me, and I'm glad that we got to do that. You play a little bit of Fortnite this weekend, eh?
Yeah, also a little OG Fortnite weekend for the boys. But I was going to ask you, so it was a definite home atmosphere for Clemson.
Yeah, it was tigered out. SMU, like, I mean, for being from Texas and all that, SMU brought some cavalry with them, but I mean, it was all Tigers in there. It was,
yeah, as expected.
It was orange in the city of Charlotte. It was awesome. Every year, though, every single year, the ACC championship that goes on, and the Duke's Mayo Classic, which is either the first or second week of the season, it's prime. It's prime. And next year, interesting game actually. Appalachian State is playing Charlotte in the Duke's Mayo Classic.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, okay. We had 2 years ago, we had Georgia, or a couple years ago, we had Georgia Clemson. We've had South Carolina, North Carolina. Pretty good one there. This year we had, who do we have again this year? We had NC State versus Tennessee. Tennessee in the playoff. And now we're looking at App State versus Charlotte. Two teams who pretty sure they both fired their head coach this year. So, I mean, all right. Let's line it up. And tickets, BB, tickets are not cheap. They are not cheap. $200, $300.
For next year?
For next year. Cheapest ticket. Me and Max were looking it up. A good $150 if you like to get in the building. So, I mean, David Tepper, and he's going to get his. And I want the Panthers to be good. But, man, I know it's going to be – those tickets are going to be ridiculously expensive for no reason.
Yeah, hopefully by that time, Unlocked's got some media credentials, and we'll be on the field down low and be free passes.
Yeah, we'll take field or a box. I mean, whatever they're trying to give up. But, prefer a field with a mic. Oh, I wouldn't be bad. Maybe have
So, Mr. Canales, how do you think the first half went?
I'll be sweet to be live from the field. I mean, that would be, on some Pat McAfee at the national championship type stuff.
You were just in the end zone, got a little table. All the guests are hanging around. You can see them on the live broadcast. That'd be insane. That'd be
lit.
The babies hanging out with us, Cam Newton. Yeah, be pretty sick.
That'd be sweet. Hey, they're going to be our peers, baby. They are going to be our peers here in no time. But speaking of the Carolina Panthers, BB, we're not there just yet, and that's okay. Neither is the show. We don't want the Panthers to be booming until the show is booming. We kind of work as a unit here, whether they knew it or not. But the Carolina Panthers, for the fourth week in a row, for the fifth year in a row, heartbreak continues. We go down to Philadelphia. Bryce Young has himself a pretty good game. Yeah, those only check the stats. You might be like, it was an okay game. This was a great game out of Bryce Young, BB. And we have the 98-yard drive sealed. We get all the way down. It's for the game-winning throw. And brother Xavier Legette drops the ball. And you know what? It hurt. It hurt in a bad way, the same way that Chuba's fumble 2 weeks ago hurt pretty bad in overtime versus the Buccaneers. You know what I mean, BB? I mean, it's starting to turn into that for the Carolina Panthers. How did you feel about the overall outlook of the game this weekend?
Like the same theme as the past couple of weeks. It was straight up a fun game to watch. But we've been competitive against some of the league's best teams. Chiefs, Eagles. I wouldn't say the Bucs are one of the league's best teams, but took them to overtime. Shouldn't even have win to overtime. Every single week it seems like there's a different Panther after the game saying we know we have something special brewing, and that is good to hear. It's good to hear that this locker room is still engaged. And I saw a tweet that the Carolina Panthers are fully bought in on Dave Canales, because at this point in the season, when your team's 3-10, if you guys all weren't bought in knowing that something special is brewing, this is the time when you see players start slacking, people start taking plays off. But every week, these guys are they're going till the final whistle, and we've seen it week in and week out. We always have life at the end of the game. We have a chance to win it. So I'm glad the team is staying together in that sense. And I think this week it was Chuba Hubbard after the game that says, we know we have something special brewing. JC said it last week, Robert Hunt the week before. So they like to use the phrase, if you ain't on the bandwagon, you better hop on now, because when we get rolling, we ain't accepting new members.
Nope. And neither should we, dude. All I wanted, the Carolina Panthers have been through the most amount of slander in the league over the past 4 years or so. Easily. And, I'm excited to be up on the other side, dude. I really am, because you can taste it. You can taste it coming right now for the Carolina Panthers, and it's not going to be this year. It's a little too late. But you get Derrick Brown out there. You get the boys rolling out there. We get Mason Graham maybe in the first round. We, grab a guy like T. Higgins in the offseason, maybe send a trade over for that man, Garrett Wilson. We just need we make something happen this offseason. We've got the coach. We've got the quarterback. We have the offensive line. We're building this thing the right way in Carolina. And speaking of the quarterback, I just wanted to we got to watch a little tape on Bryce Young today, because it hasn't solidified just yet, but I'm going to go ahead and trademark the nickname for Bryce Young as being the Black Panther. Why? Because the Black Panther, is not the biggest guy. That's the Hulk, right? No. Thor is bigger than Black Panther. He's not going to be the most wow factor. That's probably Thor again, Captain America. But what he is cat-like instincts. He's got crazy, let's just go ahead and pull it up. He's got crazy agility. Look at this play. He's feeling guys all over the pocket, moving. Listen, it's late in the game here, BB. That it's like, listen, we got to make a play. You're in your end zone. A lot of guys like Dan Orlowski, they might run out of the back of the end zone, but not Bryce Young. Not Bryce Young. He makes a play. He dances around comfortably. A lot of guys, they wouldn't even try to do anything like that. The fact that he uses that agility, and it is special. It is Black Panther cat-like agility. I love to see it out of Bryce Young. What else is brother Black Panther? Black Panther is super intelligent. And you know what else is super intelligent? If you have super anticipation, 4th down and 7 with the game on the line, Bryce Young throws another dime to Adam Thielen, and he used his anticipation on this, BB. I want you to watch here on this play as this pocket collapses. Bryce Young stands in there, and we're going to pause it. The ball is out. The ball it's coming out of his hands right now. Is Adam Thielen looking back at Bryce Young yet on this play, BB.
No, not looking yet.
Look
at this pocket around him's collapsing. They're bringing 6. This is an elite level throw. Simple as that.
It's elite, BB. It's 4th and 7. This is a game-winning drive. If you don't complete this one, the game is over. And here we are, Bryce Young, super intelligent. Dave Canales talked about it in his press conference today. He saved my bacon multiple times on the field today because based on the way that things go as a player and as a coach, we have multiple play calls based on what happens in this play, what you see in terms of looks on defense. And if you don't see this look or this look, it's on the QB. All right, you got to make something happen now. And that's what Bryce Young does. Intelligent and anticipation. Black Panther-like. He is going to be a legend. You want to talk a little bit more about anticipation and an absolute dime here to Tommy Tremble. And we're going to pause it here too. This ball is halfway to Tommy Tremble. He just now gets there. Let me see. We're going to go back here again because Bryce Young, ball is about to come out. Tommy Tremble is not necessarily open. I mean, like the guy is within 2 yards of him, but Bryce Young knows what Tommy Tremble's about to do, when Tommy Tremble's going to do it, and he lets it fly down the field. And it's another dime last week versus the Buccaneers. I'm telling you, this kid Bryce Young is a special player. And if you are if you're a stat watcher, if you're a box score muncher, you're not going to see all of the greatness for Bryce Young. You know what I mean? But you have to watch the games to see that this guy is playing at a special ability. And I am more than excited for the name, the Black Panther, to be generated through Carolina and become Bryce Young's new name here for the Panthers, man.
Yeah, those are just fantastic throws. And every week for the past 4 weeks during the game, I'm saying, man, that was the best throw I've seen Bryce Young make in his NFL career. And it's happened week after week after week now, 3 consecutive weeks. Last week it was the should have been game winner to Thielen for the TD. On the move, rolling right, stepping up in the pocket, lets it fly. This week, rolling out to the left, Josh Sweat has both hands on him. He breaks out on the run, moving to his left, right over Darius Slay's head, right in the bucket. And it's nice to see that he's finally wowing the Panthers fans and national media and finally starting to get the recognition that he deserves over these past couple weeks because he's been playing good ball. It's simple as that. He's been playing good ball.
He's been playing great ball. And like I said, you got to watch the guy go and play. He's debatably in the top 10 conversation over the last couple of weeks. And I had this debate with a good friend that is about to join the show. And you want to talk about box munchers? You got Maxi Stats, who only looks at the box score. And I got to get Max's take here on Bryce Young before we head to break for a couple minutes here. Maxi Stats, welcome to the show, man.
Yo.
What up?
It's been a while. What up?
How we feeling, Max? How we feeling?
We're feeling good, man. Monday.
Long time no see.
I know, dude. It's been – can't remember last time I was on here. 2 weeks?
At least.
It's been about 2 weeks. Camera's looking crisp. You got the mic in today?
Nah. I still haven't went and got that other USB-C adapter thing. So.
Okay. You ready to eat crow on the whole Bryce Young? Because, I mean, you've been pretty loud over the last year and a half. And Bryce Young is continuing to expose guys just like you with receipts every single week.
Nah, I mean, you were the first one to kind of hate on Jaden Daniels whenever he had a good start to the year saying, oh, it's just a couple games. It's exactly what's happening with Bryce Young. Horrible start to the year. Now he's finally put together a couple games where it doesn't look like a bust, and now all of a sudden he's a top 10 QB. Come on. Not happening.
I do. These are handpicked stats here, but I'm going to read them. Since Bryce Young has returned from the benching, I don't even know what these stats mean. So if you guys could, I know what a couple of them mean, but the other like P2S%, not sure what that is. A. Not sure what that is. DRP%, not sure what that is. All those, he's top 5 in the league, and these are all QB stats. I don't know what those means, but these ones, I know the in passing grade since he's came back from the benching, he's 8th. In deep passing grade, which is throws 20 plus yards or more down the field, he's also 8th. And in total offensive grade, he's 9th. So since in passing grade, deep passing grade, and offensive grade, he's been a top 10 QB since he's came back. I'm not saying he is a top 10 QB. These are handpicked stats. I agree. But
see that's the thing
on the numbers, he's been top 10 since he's been back.
Well, see, that's the thing about stats is that you can always somehow nitpick stats to make one guy look really good. And I think that's exactly the case what's going on here. I mean, you just named 4 stats. I don't even know what they mean.
Yeah, that's why I didn't include those. I was just saying the passing grade and offensive grade. We obviously know that means you're playing good quarterback.
So is passing grade different than passer rating?
Probably somehow. Do I know what the difference is?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, let's just not bring up those stats again.
Listen,
what stats can we bring up to debate it? You know?
Well, there's nothing really that you can debate. I mean, yeah, like he said, you watch. Yeah, he's been playing good football. He's almost got a couple wins. I mean, that's good though. That's good for Bryce Young and the Panthers. They almost got some wins. Like,
yeah,
you love to see that. But Key, can you actually pull up that? Can you pull up that last play? No, not this one. The one before.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Let's watch this real quick though. First down, baby. All right. Wait, you wanted to watch this one?
No. The other one against the Eagles when you were talking about his anticipation.
Oh, elite anticipation?
Yeah. All right. He pulls it right whenever he throws it.
Ball's out right there.
Ball's already out, bub.
But no, that's just an elite drawn up play. Every single player is open.
Well, yeah, it's just one-on-one. Yeah, but it's fourth down.
Ja'Tavion Sanders is open. Whoever's on the street, I don't even know who that is. He's open. That's a touchdown. He missed the touchdown.
Max, look at the pressure around it. You think he can? Well, Nolan Smith is bearing down on it.
The whole
thing.
The ball's out. The thing about
ball's out there, it could have been going. That's easily. That receiver hasn't earned.
Are you going to? I don't even know his name. We just brought him. He's like number 13 or something. Are you going to that on 4th and 7 with the game on the line, or are you trusting your Adam Thielen?
Well, you gotta,
because we know we've seen what happens when you go to other people outside Adam Thielen. The ball simply gets dropped.
Yeah,
I don't see how this is somehow this is a knock on Bryce Young.
No, that's a good play.
With 6 guys burying on him right now. Like, what
I'm
are we
saying? I'm just saying that's a great play design there by the OC.
Yeah, I mean that is a great play design, which is also in the Panthers' favor. But it helps having a quarterback that can execute on said play design, especially when guys are barreling down on him the way that they are. He could try and throw this guy. He could try to throw the ball to the guy that's not at the first down marker. He gets tackled early. That's what a lot of QBs would do. Game over. You could try forcing one into Ja'Tavion Sanders right here if you want. But if you look at that right guard, it looks like not Robert Hunt. Cade Mays probably got beat. He's got a guy barreling down on him from the right side. He makes the right throw here to Adam Thielen, his trusty wide receiver 1, and it was another great play. It was just quite simply another great play. I'm
not saying it's a bad play. It's a good play.
It's a great play. You can call it what it is. It's a great play. Call it what it is. That's all right. All right, fellas, we're gonna go to a quick break here for about a minute or two. We're gonna come right back and talk a little bit more about the college football playoff reveal. The College Football Committee officially let out their top 12 teams in the country, including first-round matchups. Ohio State plays Tennessee. And I'm excited to talk a little bit about that, especially with all the junk that I've talked about the SEC this season. We will see you guys here in about a minute or two. We're going to be all right. Mike, let's go ahead and get that train. And the boys are back in town, as some people would say. We were actually just celebrating a little bit over that quick little 2-minute break. It looks like one of the boys' TikToks are booming right now. It was a Would You Rather, and it just so happened to be a Bryce Young edition. Max, we're going to take you through that exact same gauntlet here live on Unlocked. And I'm going to get the order. I'm going to get the order a little bit mixed up here. But I remember most of the QBs. Or BB, do you remember the QBs?
I can pull up the exact order right now if you want.
Yeah, let's
go I don't even know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, you
need to check it out before it goes viral.
You might want to buy. You might want to
It's
invest.
first one was Bryce Young or Trevor Lawrence.
Bryce Young.
Oh.
The next one, I believe, was Bryce Young or Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott.
The next one, I believe, was Bryce Young or Caleb Williams.
Might be too early to tell.
Fair.
I'll go even.
Love it. Next one, I think I'm missing one here, Kia, because next one was Bryce Young or Kyler Murray.
And the last one was CJ Stroud, and then you had Jaden Daniels.
Daniels.
You can't go even. That's not really how the whole thing works. You don't just say even.
All right, I'll go Bryce Young.
Yeah, he knew what he wanted to say. He just didn't say it.
So it's Kyler Murray. Yeah, Kyler Murray.
And I'll go Kyler. Sure.
Stroud.
Stroud. Yeah.
Jaden Daniels.
Come on, bad question. It's a bad question.
I love some Jaden Daniels. But before we get into the college football playoff, I'm going to do this really quick. This was a list I found, Max. And let's just rapid fire because I know Key's got to get out of here right at 5. So this is the top 10 most popular players in the NFL. This is via thesportsgeek.com. And it's just I don't understand what makes it the most popular. And whoever's watching on YouTube, drop a couple names in there too because I got a feeling these guys might need some help on the top 10 most popular players.
I'll start.
I mean, yeah, we're going to need help.
Travis Kelce,
Travis Kelce is number 4. Yep.
Patrick Mahomes,
Pat Mahomes is number 1. Yep.
Joe Burrow,
No.
Josh Allen,
No.
Saquon Barkley.
No.
okay, Lamar Jackson,
Yep. Lamar Jackson is number 6.
Jalen Hurts.
No.
Derrick Henry,
No.
Tyreek Hill.
No. Think of what's the most popular
Justin
team in the league?
Jefferson, Justin Jefferson.
No,
Justin
Jess.
Okay.
Not the greedy man. Are you kidding?
The
The most popular team in the league has got to be the Chiefs. I mean, we already said Kelsey and Mahomes.
Think of America's team.
Oh, Dak Prescott.
Dak.
Yep. He's number 10. And there is another player. There is another player on America's team that I promise you guys could guess their whole roster, and this might be the last player you guess.
Trayvon Diggs.
No. He used to be really good. He used to be really good for him.
Is it a guard? Is it no lineman?
Skill position.
Zeke.
He is number 8.
That's terrible. No, that's terrible.
I thought he was a weird one, but there's 2 more on here. One of them is not crazy, but the other one is ridiculous. Not on the Cowboys, but just think of players that are there's players that are they're older into their career, but in their prime they were the hype player in the league.
Odell.
Yeah.
Odell is number 2 most popular player in the league.
Jesus. 2?
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins.
No.
Let's see.
We got 1, 2. We got 4 QB. 1. Is that all we got left? 1. Yeah, all we got left 4 QBs.
4 QBs.
Kirko Chains.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is the number 3 most popular player in the league.
This is terrible. Baker Mayfield.
Nope. I'll give Mike one. A-Rod coming in at number 5 most popular player in the league.
My dog. Let's go.
We got number 7 and number 9.
Both QBs.
And one of them's not even a starting QB. He does have a Super Bowl, though. He has a Super Bowl.
Oh, is it Jimmy Garoppolo?
No.
He has a Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl while the
Correct.
starting quarterback.
Correct.
Is it Nick Foles?
No.
Carson Wentz?
No.
Dude.
He did get brought into action this year.
Oh,
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco is the number 7 most popular player.
Who is Sports Geek and where did he get his stats from?
It's the worst list I've ever seen.
Okay, we got one more. This guy is a NFC QB. He's been to a Super Bowl, never won one.
NFC QB. We already said Hurts.
Purdy, number 9 most popular player in the league.
Okay.
That's the worst list I've ever heard.
Could you say the list 1 through 10 clean through?
Yeah, we got number 1, we got Pat Mahomes. Number 2, we got Odell Beckham Jr. Number 3, we got Russell Wilson. Number 4, Travis Kelce. Number 5, Aaron Rodgers. Number 6, Lamar Jackson. Number 7, Joe Flacco. Number 8, Ezekiel Elliott. Number 9, Brock Purdy. Number 10, Dak Prescott.
That, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like the top 10 highest rated players in Madden 16, aside from Purdy and Lamar. That's what that sounds like.
Joe Flacco, that just straight up blew me away. Number 7 most popular player in the league.
I don't think he was ever like a popular player.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever popping ever.
No. He just had
maybe he's got a wicked Instagram following. You think he does?
3,000
Probably
followers.
not.
You got 150,000 followers.
That's baby, dude. To be the
Okay.
It's
It's the 2015 Pro Bowl teams.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay, well, we can. I saw that and I just had to throw it on the docket.
That is mental.
Ridiculous.
Okay, as promised, we're talking a little bit about college football and the playoffs. They're officially out, and you know what? Sadly, Alabama did not get to make it in this season. I'm sure they'll be back next year. They're going to make something happen, but the matchups are looking like Ohio State versus Tennessee in Columbus. Clemson goes in to Austin to play the Texas Longhorns. Indiana versus Notre Dame, which is going to be a very interesting one. Both teams in Indiana, and SMU plays Penn State. What do y'all think? BB, you could give it to us first. What do you think is going to be the best game of the first round games in this playoff?
The best game, I'm going to go the best game is going to be Indiana Notre Dame. I think will be the most competitive game. I think the other three games could straight up end up in blowouts. I think Ohio State could dismantle Tennessee. I think this is almost a certain that Texas is going to abuse the Clemson Tigers. And we've seen Cade Klubnik against good defenses. First game of the season against Georgia, first play of the game, first play of the season, rollout, easy completion, and he spiked it into the dirt. Then we got SMU Penn State. I don't know if you guys are at the ACC championships. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that game versus Oregon. I've never been a Drew Aller fan. He looked elite. Drew Aller, if we see this Penn State offense mixed with that Penn State defense, it could get really ugly for SMU. It could get really ugly really quick.
Max, there's some lines that are out already, right, for these games?
Yeah, there
are. Texas is favored. Is Texas favored by double digits?
Forgot Pierce was in here.
I actually don't know what the Texas spread is. I don't know if I saw that one. Do you have the bracket? Can you throw it on the screen or no?
I can. Let me grab it real quick, y'all.
I'll pull up the spreads while Key's doing that.
Good deal. And Max, go ahead, bro.
What am I chatting about?
Okay, the Clemson spread is Texas minus 11. Texas minus 11.
I mean, I think I like all the favorites beside Notre Dame. I mean, Clemson and SMU, dude, they're both bad. I'm gonna be completely honest. They're both really bad. I think Clemson scored on one of those little like QB blast pop passes.
No, that was an illegal play. That was an illegal
play. Offensive line was, yeah. But like that kind of stuff, that doesn't work against those big teams. Like, I mean, SMU's jerseys, they pulled out. They looked like a bad high school team. Their jerseys are horrible. They might be Russell.
Riddell, whatever it is.
No, dude, they're bad. Clemson's bad. Like these ACC teams are just going to get blown out.
Yeah,
I think Miami's the only ACC team that even had a chance to win like one game in the playoff, just because I think their offense is so good that they could maybe outscore someone. But
I will say, I mean, Clemson early in that game, I mean, they were dominating SMU. They looked pretty good as a football team. Like Clemson was nice in that game. And then I don't really know what happened. SMU mounted a nice little comeback. But, I mean, the wide receiver, number 14, maybe Pierce can help me out with this guy's name. Freshman, I do know.
Bryant Wesco, I think. I think it's Bryant Wesco.
He was hooping. Yeah,
he's pretty good.
I want to see what he can bring to the table. But this is the best way I could get this thing up. This is the bracket. This is the bracket. Okay, yeah. So right. Indiana is favored, or Notre Dame. Notre Dame's favored by 8 points. I'm not sure if I'm good to lay 8 points on Notre Dame, Max. I know you were just saying you like the favorites in all the games this week or next.
No, I said except for Notre Dame.
Oh, did you? Okay, I was trying to pull this.
Yeah.
Up. Yeah, I agree. I cannot in good faith lay 8 points in a playoff game for a team that lost to Northern Illinois. I mean, no chance.
Yep.
No
I'm
chance.
the same way. Like all these games are the biggest spread is Texas. The rest of them are within 10 points. So they're saying they're all could be like rather close games. And personally, I'm not seeing it that way.
Well, I mean, there's gonna be one game that's like, oh, it's gonna be like close, like for like no reason. I can see Tennessee, Ohio State coming down to the wire. Ohio State wins on a game-winning field goal, something like that. But no, I'm telling you, SMU is going to get throttled. They came out. I mean, the ACC. I mean, we were there. The stadium was not even full. It wasn't even like a big crowd. And they're about to go into Penn State, which I think has the biggest stadium in all of college sports. They're going to be wearing that white. Oh my God. It is going to get bad for SMU.
SMU, I mean, they definitely at the start they definitely looked a little nervous. I think they showed a graphic on the TV that they only had like 5 dropped passes like all year, and then within the first half they had 4.
Oh my God! Their receivers looked absolutely terrible, and I mean SMU's used to going and playing a night game at Wallace Wade against the Blue Devils. Like they're just not ready for these big time games. That they just don't have the meat and the star power like these other big schools have to compete.
Yeah, I agree. They didn't look good, and I was trying to tell you, Penn State. I mean, are you bought in on Penn State now, BB? After that loss, of course, still, but are you a little more bought in on them as a team going into this college football playoff?
I mean, yeah, like that's the first time I've seen their offense clicking like that. But I'm starting to question the Oregon Ducks defense as well after that. They gave up 34 to Boise State. I'm pretty sure against Ohio State, the game was also in the 30s. Now they're giving up almost 40 points to Penn State. Like, is this Oregon Ducks defense going to be able to stop anybody in the playoff? Or their offense is elite. It could be the best offense in the country. Tez Johnson was back, and that guy can play. Simple as that. That guy can play. Yeah. And so I mean, both offenses were clicking, but I think Penn State can you pull up no, it's not on there anymore. The bracket. I think Penn State definitely, I think they definitely beat SMU. They should handle Boise State. But when it comes time to play Georgia, because I think Georgia's going to beat Indiana or Notre Dame, we'll see. We'll see if they can score on the Georgia D. Who Texas seemingly struggled to score against. So
that's a question.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely more bought in than I was after watching the Big Ten championship, but I think they have a chance to win the Natty. Probably not, no.
So I actually saw something. Obviously it's the first year of this college football playoff bracket, whatever. There is something seriously wrong with it. Like, it is really, really bad. It's almost like Oregon's getting punished for winning their conference, being the number 1 seed overall all year. They got to play Tennessee or Ohio State. Like, it rather is they lost that game, they would have either been the 5. They probably would have been the 5 seed. They would have played Clemson and then Arizona State. Meanwhile, Penn State loses and gets SMU and Boise. Like, dude, the whole bracket, and like you can't tell me that Alabama's not a better team than SMU too. Like that's kind of my whole thing is like put SMU and Alabama on a field together. Alabama's favored by double digits. So it just the playoff the 12 team's cool, but they've got a lot of stuff to figure out with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot. There's definitely a lot to be cleaned up, and I think the biggest thing to clean up is the fact that if you win your conference championship, you don't necessarily deserve a bye week, because like if you look at it like this, in the sense where if number 3, instead of being Boise State, number 3 would have been Texas, and number 4 would have been who? Penn State. That completely changes all of the rankings. And now like Ohio State and Tennessee are 6 and 7 or whatever, and it looks a lot different. You deserve a spot in the playoff if you win. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But should you have a bye week? No. I mean,
I mean, also, I think as fans, I think everyone would like to see, you know, if you're the number 1 overall seed in Oregon, like, your fans, like, you want to see your team play at home in a big time game like that. Like, I think that's just cool. I think these teams that are playing in the first round are getting not really an advantage, but you know, like, they're gonna be ready to rock. These other teams have to wait like 3 weeks before they can even play.
Yeah.
So
I think it definitely needs changing. And I think Nick Saban had a good point. There's no tournament in sports where the top 4 teams, or the highest ranked teams, are not the highest ranked teams. This is the only tournament that we've ever seen in sports where the top 4 teams in the country are not the top 4 seeds entering the tournament. Like, I think I see what they were. It sounds good in theory before the season. Like, yeah, you win your conference, you get a first round bye, you're a top 4 seed. But when it comes down to it, we look at the bracket now, and Boise State gets a bye, and Arizona State gets a bye. It's kind of like,
what are we doing?
Those are not 2 of the top 4 teams in the country.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the only way that the whole top 4 conferences get a bye, it would only work in a perfect world where all the conferences had the exact same like teams in them. They're balanced exactly the same. And I mean, that's just not the case. I mean, the SEC and Big Ten are by far the best 2 conferences.
I think I don't know if they'll change it like this soon, already changes their format, but I definitely could see a day in the coming years where it's no longer that the conference, it's not the guaranteed first bye, and it's like Keith said, and like y'all said, it's just you get a guaranteed bid. You don't have to be a top 10, 12 or a top 12 ranked team in the country, but if you win your conference, if you're one of the top 5 conference winners, you'll be in the playoff.
I think it will change. Literally, with the amount of backlash they're getting, I'm pretty sure it's going to change after this year. And the other thing that needs to be considered, Notre Dame should have to be in a conference. Like, they can't.
I agree.
They can't be independent schedule, a cupcake schedule, go, 11 or 12-1 and automatically be considered a top 12 team. I mean, like, that's a little bit ridiculous. Notre Dame in this playoff, in order to, they have to be in a conference, especially when other teams are competing for conference championships just to make it in. Something has to happen for Notre Dame, because now at the way it's going, they just kind of get to sit on the sidelines every single week just about, while guys, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, even like Colorado, if they got to pick their schedule, they'd be in the playoff. A lot of teams, if they just got to pick their schedule, not have to play, these other teams are fighting for their lives. Maybe like SEC, I'll give it to you just about every single week. Big 10, at least 4-5 times in a season, you're fighting for your life in order to make it in the college football playoff. A team like Notre Dame loses to Northern Illinois. The next best game they had was Army, maybe. It's like, okay, and then they don't even have to play in the conference championship to make it in. They're just in. Like, Notre Dame has to be in a conference.
I was listening to a show today, and it's been the argument like the past couple of days. It's been strength of schedule. Like, nobody gets rewarded for scheduling these tough schedules. And to be honest with you, I don't like that argument, because if you go look at every single team in the country's non-conference schedule, nobody really schedules tough outside of the conference. Yes, the SEC, you have a tough schedule in your conference, but you don't get to pick those games. Like, if you go look at Bama's non-conference schedule, it's like Western Kentucky, South Florida, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not a hard game. They were 12th in the Big Ten. And I think Mercer. Like, nobody is scheduling these tough non-conference games. And the fact that Notre Dame, I didn't even think about it till I heard it. They get to schedule every single game they played. If nothing changes, they're going to be in the playoff every year. because they're just
Every
going to
year.
go undefeated every year and schedule 12 bad teams every year.
Yep.
So I 100% agree.
Well, and it's not even that they're going to go undefeated. They can still lose one game, maybe two, and still be in. It'd be interesting to see if they lost 2 games, if they would have been in over like SMU. It would have been heavily considered, 100%.
I agree. It would have if they were to like Army or something. Like if they lose 2 ranked games, they're in. It doesn't matter. Like which is ridiculous. Notre Dame figure something out about Notre Dame. Who do y'all?
Dude, I'm looking at their schedule right now. It's literally laughable.
Yeah, it's. I don't understand how it's not a automatic disqualification from the college football playoff. They didn't just lose to a 500 like Wisconsin team. You lost to a 5-loss Northern. This team isn't even good in their conference. You lost to a 5-loss Northern Illinois team at home. How is that not automatic DQ? How? I don't care if you have 1 loss. You have no good win. I mean, you have Texas. Yes, you beat Texas A&M, but you lost to a 5-loss Northern Illinois team at home. That should be automatic DQ.
I completely agree. I completely agree. And the thing is, like, I feel like an automatic playing devil's advocate. It's like, okay, ACC, they had a easy schedule too, but at the end of the day, Clemson had to play SMU, the 2 teams. Like Notre Dame, if they were in the ACC, they would have had to come and beat SMU, and that kind of gives you at least some validity in making the college football playoff. So it's just like the fact that it's just all encompassing in the fact that Notre Dame doesn't have to do anything really and make it to the playoff. They will actually make it every single year if we don't change that. I got to pull this back up though before we do a would you rather when we get out of here. Who do y'all think has the best chance at winning the national championship this year?
I think Georgia's got a free ticket to it.
Yeah,
Carson Beck is out for the whole year, but Georgia. It's going to be Georgia.
You have to pick a team from the bottom that's got the easiest road, because the top of that bracket is death. Texas, Ohio State, Oregon, like, come on now.
Yeah.
Compared to SMU, Indiana, Notre Dame, Boise State, like, that's not comparable. It's not.
Boise State is a 3 seed. Like, what are we even doing? What are we doing? Like, dude,
I think they definitely deserve the right to be in. Like they dominated. Their 1 loss, a 3-point loss to Oregon. Yeah, they're 1 loss to a 3-point loss, but like to get a first round bye. And I saw their coach's interview today. He's getting pretty fired up that teams are saying they got a free road past Boise State. So they might come out and shock the world, man. They might.
They almost lost to Wyoming. Like, come on, man. We're not.
But they almost beat Oregon. Like.
Yeah, they did almost beat Oregon. Does Boise State have Arizona State look good?
Arizona State's good, dude. I don't know if y'all recall this. This was before all the Big 12 was done. You can go back and find it. We were predicting who was coming out of the Big 12. I said Arizona State.
We'll have to pull those receipts out because
are you Pete Sousa?
What's up?
Are you Pete Sousa? Because I don't remember you saying that.
Oh, 100%. I said Arizona State.
We're going to have to find that episode.
We'll have to find that. Hey, Cam Scatterbo is certified, and he hit one of these in the end zone. It's like, all right, buddy, let's
all right, yeah.
Let's back down on that. But I like that. I love it. Arizona State is going to be. Let's see who they got. They're going to have.
They're going to play Texas.
I mean, people are asleep on Clemson. Did not look bad either.
I'm knocked out on Clemson.
You're knocked out on Clemson?
Yeah, I'm asleep on Clemson, dude.
Bro, is this guy planning on waking up? Okay. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But you know who I've got winning it all. I got the Buckeyes on an absolute gauntlet road to the national championship. I mean, playing Tennessee first at home, and apparently we're going to have to play Texas or Oregon at the Rose Bowl, which is, a lot closer to Oregon than it is Ohio State. And then the week after, and then after that, odds are, I think we're supposed to play Texas. I think people are saying we might be playing Texas in Dallas. I'm pretty sure, which is ridiculous. And then I think the national championship is in Georgia again. So, I mean, it's going to be an absolute gauntlet. But the best thing about the Buckeyes is they're everywhere. The Buckeyes are everywhere. So, I mean, they'll show out. Whenever Ohio State played Utah a couple years ago in the Rose Bowl, it was deep with Buckeye fans. So, I got Ohio State winning the entire thing. BB, I'm just going to kind of set this up for a clip again, just so we can go ahead and get this clip going. Who do y'all have winning the national championship this year?
You me go?
Yeah, BB, my bad.
Let me think. How am I gonna? Shut up. If I had to pick a national championship winner, looking at the bracket that was released, I think I'm going to have to go with Georgia and Ohio State are going to be my two teams in the national championship. Who's winning that game? Yeah, I mean, I think eventually the backup QB. And winning that game, I'm going to have to go with the Buckeyes. They save Ryan Day's behind, and they win the national championship.
Hey, I mean, yeah, apparently Carson Beck is out for the rest of the season. So, I mean, we're not losing to the backup QB for the Bulldogs. And I got the Buckeyes winning the entire thing as well, BB. OHIO. Let's see it, baby. Who you got, Max?
Yeah, so Carson Beck, yeah, he is out. But at the same time, was he really the one winning Georgia those games throughout the whole year? No. I've got Georgia coming out of the bottom part of the bracket, and I've got the Longhorns coming out of the top. They're going to play 3 times in a season. You know what they say? It's hard to beat a team twice. How hard is it to beat a team 3 times? Give me the Longhorns, baby. Give me the Longhorns all day.
I mean, how exciting is the college football playoffs? Clip ended. What you got, baby?
I think if they beat them a 3rd time, Texas Sark might need to give up. If they beat them a 3rd time, it's like, yep, I'm never gonna win anything. I cannot beat Georgia. Can't do it. I would like, dude. I don't know. I'm not wishing an injury on Quinn Ewers, but I would love to see Arch Manning get some run in this college football playoff. I would love. I think it would bring some juice to the Texas team that they need.
Oh man,
I don't really know why he only comes in for like the QB blast.
Yeah, is he Lamar Jackson?
Every time he comes in, I don't really know. I swear, every time he comes in and runs, he has like a 15-yard rushing touchdown. I
would love to see him get some burn. I really would.
I would say my favorite person to see with Texas is I love when Matthew McConaughey is out there. He looks every time he looks. He only goes to the big games. Yeah, he's got it on. He's decked out. He looks swaggy though. I mean, does he not?
What does he do? Does he shoot Steve Sarkisian a DM like, hey, I'm pulling up this weekend, and he's like, okay, yeah, here's your VIP pass.
He probably just kind of walks into the game. He probably just walked into the game.
Literally. All right. What's up, guys?
Walked right past the security. He's got to feel like the man, dude. He like stands behind Steve. Like stands behind him.
Yep.
Who else gets to do that? Nobody. I think Roll Tide Willie could be able to pull some strings to get on the sideline.
Bleach.
Him and Drewski? We need to get Drewski on the sideline.
Who? Drewski on the sideline. You cannot have Drewski on your sideline. Your boys are not locked in for the game.
Get Drewski on the sideline with a fire extinguisher, and let's see if the boys come to play.
I could see Drewski being on like the Colorado sideline or something. That's just about
All
it.
right. All right. So I got a proposition. Can you pull back up that bracket one more time?
Yep.
All right. So let's say that Bama would have made it in over SMU. Does that change y'all's college? Does that change y'all's national championship preview? Do you have Bama in over Georgia? Do you have Bama losing to Penn State? What y'all got?
Wait, could you say that one more time?
Dude,
If Bama was in over SMU, like, does that change? Like, you have Bama making it, or do you have them losing to Penn State, or what?
Dude, looking at that bracket again, I think Penn State might.
That makes that side juicy.
Oh yeah,
it makes that side juicy.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Bama 100% should have been in. It would have been a lot better college football playoff if Bama was in.
Like, Bama at Penn State, like, you never get to see that game. Would have been two SEC teams going on the road to Big Ten teams. Like, let's see how good the SEC really is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like the committee should have did that. They've been doing it kind of every year. Like, they put Bama in over Florida State just last year. I'm not really sure why they decided to change it up. I mean, Bama should have been in over a team that lost the ACC, bro. Like,
the thing I saw that probably why they did, I think Kirk Herbstreit said it, or somebody, maybe Reese Davis said it. Like, if they did that though, like, teams might, like, if you're SMU, like, they might just start saying, nah, not playing in the ACC championship, not just opting out, not gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who it was. It might have been Reese Davis. He really didn't want Alabama in the playoff. All of them were kind of like vouching for why Bama should be in. You know, like, they played like a top 10 toughest schedule. And he was like, you know, you have 3 losses. You shouldn't be in. You couldn't even take care of business against Oklahoma. Like, he said it 15 times.
I mean,
it was kind of the point, like,
yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. But at the same
time,
that's
a fair point.
At the same time, you can't convince me Oklahoma wouldn't beat SMU. I mean, and Bama definitely would. I mean, straight up.
Yeah, I mean, Bama had wins against Georgia, South Carolina. Who else? Ole Miss. They play Ole Miss or no?
Georgia?
No, Alabama.
No,
who was their other good win? Missouri. I don't know if that was a good win, but
Bama didn't have.
LSU at LSU at night.
The LSU win got worse and worse every week. To be honest, LSU just kept.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh well, you live and you learn. Hopefully they're in there next year.
Yeah, hopefully so. But we're going to go ahead and jump up out of here. We got to head out here pretty quick. We'll do a would you rather tomorrow. BB, are we allowed to know the player yet?
No.
We cannot know the player yet, so come back tomorrow. Find out who BB has us comparing a would you rather, and drop in the comments some answers next time. We love it when you guys hang out with us and not just kind of watch. Like, it makes it a lot more fun and interactive. Like, for real, if y'all.
This might have been our most active chat today. We had Shout out Pearson Mike staying in here the whole time.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. We're going to get up out of here. We're back tomorrow. Probably continue this college football playoff debate because this year college football has been it's been the best of all time. It's been the best college football season of all time, and it's been one of the best sports seasons of all times, including it with the NFL. It's been a great season, a great year for us to get started, and me and BB were talking about it. As Unlocked grows, the Carolina Panthers are also kind of starting to do a little something like this. So hopefully we'll have those box seats whenever the Carolina Panthers are in the NFC Conference Championship. And I'm hoping that it's against the Commanders and Max gets to be in the stadium as well. What you got for us, Max?
I just want to say, congrats, Key. You set a record in fantasy, worst fantasy season of all time. I know it's a big week for you next week, so make sure to tell your guys to messed up. and get ready for the big game.
All right, well, let's
That's
wait.
good.
Let's all wait to talk because I'm pretty sure just a couple months ago you did the punishment for losing the league, right? I haven't had to do that just yet, so we're all good here, baby. We're all good over here, baby. And you know things are changing after this year, but I have been the most successful manager in our league so far. Have you had a championship yet, BB? I'm not sure what that looked. Do you have a ring, my boy?
The most
T,
successful.
that championship doesn't count.
That championship counts.
Because
That
no, it
championship.
doesn't. Because it was with 8 teams. Me and CJ weren't even in yet. So you have not won when I've been in the league. If you want to take that Mickey Mouse ass championship, that's fine. But you can't claim that when like debating if you're a better fantasy manager than me, because you're not.
The best part is both of y'all have lost this league. I haven't done
I didn't say anything.
You're not.
I didn't say anything. I got a weird look.
Let's temper our comments until after I win or lose the poop bowl this week. Let's do that.
If Max says the year championship doesn't count, then my last place season doesn't count either. So we'll go with
No,
Max's
because
take.
I was in the season.
Say otherwise.
We'll go with
No,
Max's
I was
take.
in. No. Yours
no.
counts.
We'll go with that
I was
take.
in the league.
There's definitely an asterisk. There's definitely an asterisk.
No, maybe a little asterisk.
There is
But
absolutely
Key doesn't. There's no asterisk by Key's thing because it just straight up didn't happen. I'm not even acknowledging it.
it happened, bro. Like, what are we talking
It's like Reggie Bush's Heisman before they gave it back to him. It didn't happen.
That's good, Max. That's good. Well, we'll see if I
Hey,
league
Hey,
first.
hold up.
What is this guy, the Omega Troller now?
You got a sign made
No.
for you?
No, I got something. No, I'm just saying, like, this is the first year, we're about to have something that, for the winner of the league, and it just sucks that you won't even have a chance to win this. That really sucks, doesn't it?
What?
I love that a whole lot. That's sick.
That is sick, but like the fact that you got that is. Hey, I like that. I like that. I have no chance to get it. It's all good.
Oh, already
That's
putting it
good.
on?
Bring yourself
That's
already.
good.
Oh, that's a first round exit confirmed right there.
That's crazy.
Well,
How'd
You
you
did
do
not put the ring on early, dude.
I do.
Got a case? Let's go. That's epic. That's epic.
Hey, it's the best fantasy league of all time. But appreciate you guys hanging out with us today on this rainy Monday. Let's go ahead, bring it up, break it down. We'll see you guys tomorrow on a terrific Tuesday. Tick, tick, tick.
Boom.